All right, we're back. HSC podcast, week 8 NFL picks. So we're gonna jump right into our picks here, break down a little bit of the games for you. Like I said, last week 11-4. I think we're all 11-4, 10-5. So good week last week. See if we can keep going this week. Excuse me, which I think was I don't know about you guys as I went through this. There's a couple games where I wasn't back and forth on, but this might be another easy week here as far as how these games are going to play out.
There's a
Why'd you
lot.
have to say that, Steve?
We got the
Well, because now
bye.
we're going to go 2-10.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It seemed a little easier. Maybe that's because it's the middle of the season and teams you're starting to show what they really are. But
Yeah, because the Falcons are playing at home and they're playing the dumpster fire fins.
well, we started early with the Chargers Minnesota game, which we all had the Chargers, but so we already know we're on the board at least. That was a ugly game. Chargers winning or at home just blew out Minnesota. Minnesota looked awful.
The Chargers had like 407 yards of total offense,
Yeah,
and the Vikings had like 100 and something. 14, 14 minutes more they had the ball of time of possession. Like 32-18. I'm like, what?
yeah, it was horrible.
And
It
Wentz
was,
looks terrible.
there was a point where it was hard to watch.
Yep.
I felt bad for Minnesota and their fans for a while there because it's just like bad play calling, bad play, not throwing the ball to Addison and Jefferson or Hawkinson, and you're just like, what are you guys doing? But we're on the board, so we got an early win there. So first game Sunday morning, no overseas game.
That's what I just noticed.
Yeah, we're
Darn.
back. We're back in the States here. So 10 o'clock starts again. Miami at Atlanta. Um, this looks like Atlanta all the way at home against a struggling Miami team. 7.5 point favorites. Like I don't see any reason Atlanta doesn't win and cover here. So I'm taking Atlanta.
But wouldn't this be the game that Atlanta loses? But I mean, the Dolphins just look so bad. Like Wes said, I don't know how McDaniel still has his job. So I got the Falcons. It's like you can't. There's if you're gambling and betting on the Dolphins, you really love to gamble on.
Yeah. That's like your fourth parlay. We're like, hey, let me just throw something on this to see if I don't care if I lose because I'm probably going to lose because that's probably exactly what's going to happen. I mean, the Dolphins, I mean, they're averaging 20 points a game, which is hideous for them, but they're being outgained on average 100 yards. Their defense is just non-existent. They're the Dolphins again. Actually, you can't even put an O on the Dolphins. They're just the Fins. They suck. I'm taking Atlanta. They're playing at home. So
Yeah, their only wins against the Jets. So that doesn't tell me they can beat Atlanta. Well, speaking of the Jets, Derek, you got Jets at Cincinnati. What do you think here?
Gosh,
Jesus.
thank God for Joe Flacco. Because you know how unwatchable that game would be. I mean, it's still not watchable,
No,
but you got to take the Bengals here now because I don't know what the Jets are doing at all.
nothing.
Yeah.
They, they're
And
doing
here we go. McDaniel and Aaron Glenn wear capris. Look what their records are. Maybe switch it up. Maybe wear shorts. Maybe wear like full khakis.
I
I don't
mean,
think that's going to help them.
Got to switch it up if you keep losing.
yeah. I mean, it's just Justin Fields looks hideous.
Okay, Woody Johnson.
Only average. They're only averaging 6 yards, you know, a pass. Yeah, I mean, because they got Flacco, they're playing at home. Of course, I'm taking the Bengals, but I just hope it is not one of the games that's on in the morning. I will be upset. If that is on, I am going to call my
Yeah.
CBS affiliate and say
Well,
no reason we should ever see this game.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be bad if CBS is national game because they don't have very many games going. You know, Fox is playing the Jets and or the Giants and the Eagles, though.
No, yeah, it's the Eagles. Yeah, we have to watch the Eagles.
Right.
Like we have to, yeah,
So obviously you're taking Cincinnati.
no, yeah.
I'm taking Cincinnati. The Jets got to prove they can win first, right? They haven't won a game yet, and Flacco just has a way of reviving teams, and this might be the start of a little better season for the Cincinnati Bengals here. All right, Cleveland at New England. Well, at least we're getting all the bad teams out first, right? In New England, Wes, what do you think? 7.5.
I'm taking the Patriots but cautiously because I mean Cleveland's defense is stout, and Judkins is he's got almost 500 yards rushing now. He's starting to get going as long as Gabriel continues not to turn the ball over. I say they have a chance, but I think Cleveland's going to muddy it up, but I think the Patriots will do enough to win. And I think Drake may, you know, first down passes and converting on third down and moving the chains. Yeah, I just think they win.
Yeah, it's a tough one because, New England has looked pretty good as of late, and that momentum's hard to argue when you're trying to pick a game. Could be a letdown game for New England here just because they've won four in a row, and the Browns do have a really tough defense. They got to run the ball well. I think the biggest factor for me here is it's in New England, so I'm going to stick with New England at home.
Yeah, I mean, they're almost mirror image teams, except the Patriots have Drake May, right? They're going to be hard-nosed, running the ball, good defenses. But the Patriots have the X factor in Drake May. So yeah, I'm taking the Pats.
Yeah, he's going to get, he's going to run the ball. He's going to get out of the pocket, and that's where he's going to hurt him. All right. Well, the Giants and the Eagles, we just spoke about, maybe we'll be seeing them on TV. Philadelphia at home, 7.5 point favorite. I think Philly will pull this game out, but I don't think they'll cover. Um, the Giants are just it's such a weird team, but Philly at home should be able to control the ball. You really got to just keep it out of Dart's hands and control the ball and make him have a sense of urgency. He doesn't play as good when he can't just like roam around and be free, hold the ball and use his legs. So if Philly controls the ball, I think they will win the game. I don't know if they'll I don't think they'll cover though. So I'm taking Philly.
Yeah, this is surprising. 7.5 kind of surprises me. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking the Eagles on this one also. It's just experience and Dart is a rookie. So taking the Eagles at home.
It was an interesting stat though. He's one of the rare guys, especially as a rookie, but just in general, that the longer they hold the ball, the better his the stats are. What do you got here, Wes? Giants at Philly.
I'm taking the Philly. I'm taking Philly to cover. I just think, overconfidence is your undoing. And that's what happened to Jackson Dart and Cam last week against the Broncos, blowing that big of a lead. I think I think the Eagles are just a better team overall. I just think that they kind of found something offensively last week. I think they just still got to get Barkley going, but they're winning. I mean, Hurts has only had one interception. He's thrown 11 touchdown passes, and a whole week all you hear about is what's wrong with Philadelphia's offense. Like, it's football. It's week 8. You know, talk to me when we get to week 15, 16. What's wrong with them? But right now, everybody's still trying to figure out injuries and stuff. I'm taking Philly.
Yeah, I mean they're still 5-2, playing a
Yeah.
2-5 Giants team. So you got to kind of say let's be more realistic on this pick. Buffalo at Carolina. Jeez, Buffalo has not looked great lately. What do you got here, Derek?
Well, they're coming off a bye. I think Buffalo starts to realize turning around here, and it is the Panthers, so I'm taking the Bills here. And then is Bryce Young even is he hurt?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's doubtful,
He's got a high ankle sprain. I forgot. Yeah.
which is not good.
So yeah, I don't even think he's playing. So or well, I mean, you got
They got the
Dowdle
Red
though.
Rocket.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
God,
it's Andy
God.
Dalton.
Andy Dalton's still in the league.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Honestly, I wish the Raiders had him. They could just trade.
I know.
That would be awesome. No, I mean, come on. The Bills, you got the Jets and the Dolphins in your division combining for one win so far through 8 weeks. And all you got's the Patriots, and you're not even in first place.
No.
You got to beat the Panthers. I don't want to hear any more Super Bowl talk about. You got to get some chunk plays. You got to win in man coverage. Coleman's got to have a big game. It's like, and they got to get the ball to Cook. I think they win easily.
Yeah, I'm on that same wavelength where I think they cover. I think they probably because it's only 7.5. They do have a little bit to prove to themselves, right? As well.
Yeah.
Coming off two losses, you come off a bye week. You guys better come to play against Carolina. So I'm taking Buffalo to cover for sure. Oh, here we go. The Bears at Baltimore.
Oh my God.
Wes.
No, not me first. Come on. Like, is Lamar Jackson even playing? He's practicing. Is that a game time decision?
I think he's playing.
I'm taking the Ravens. I shouldn't, but I'm going to. Bears have been
Well,
looking good, but Derrick Henry has a big game.
one
Lamar,
and five. Yeah, it's tough.
they have to win. The next 4 weeks, they said, they're favored to win most of those games, and they can get back into this with, get to even 5-5. They have to win this game though. I think they're done if they lose this game.
This is a big game. I mean, at one
Yeah.
and five. So he's questionable. Lamar may or not play. He was limited to practice today.
And they're 6.5 point favorites. So it's like Vegas is basically saying he's going to play.
Yeah. Yeah, they
So,
wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be that big a favorite if
no.
they didn't think Lamar was playing. Well, we're probably different on this one because you know who I'm picking.
No, I don't. I couldn't guess it by what you're wearing.
I know. I think Chicago literally has a chance to win this game. Not just picking them, for because you got to look at it that yeah, Baltimore does need to win. They're 1 and 5. Even if Lamar plays, is he completely healthy? And then Chicago's winning games. Not all of them are pretty, but they've got some wins under their belt, and this is a big game for them too. So you got to come to play here, and I don't see why they can't win this game. So I'm picking the Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. Uh, they're looking like they're gonna. I mean, it wasn't just Lamar. Kyle Hamilton's coming back. Roquan Smith is coming back. Revenge game, Roquan Smith.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, so if Lamar comes back, you bringing back Roquan, you bring Kyle Hamilton back, Ronnie Stanley is back. All there, it's I'm sorry for you, Steve, because all the Ravens' health issues are coming back this week. So I think that, plus off a bye, coming off a bye,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They can't
take
end that 4-game win streak.
the Ravens are looking at this way. They're still in it. They still can win the North.
Yeah, I mean it's not because Cincinnati right now is second. uh,
Well, and we saw what Pittsburgh looked like last week, right?
yeah,
That defense looked bad.
you look at Baltimore's schedule, like Wes was saying, it's really not super tough either, and they get the Bengals twice in that stretch. So they're not. You're right. They're not out of it. Even if they lose this, they're not out of it. But it's going to make it a lot harder. But damn the Bears. All right, San Francisco at Houston. This was probably one of the tougher games for me to go to pick because I kind of went back and forth. San Francisco, even that they have their injuries, they just look like they're playing like a better team than the Texans. Texans aren't very consistent right now. San Francisco's playing with a lot of energy. So on the road, I'm going to take the underdog here, and I'm going to take the 49ers. Back to back underdog picks for me.
I actually agree with you, Steve, on this one. I've been not taking the Niners and they keep winning. So this week it's like
Oh,
you got to
great. Now
take the
they're going to lose.
Niners because, well, the Texans have they're on you know what the Texans remind me of? The Jags 2 years ago, where everyone
Yeah.
was like, well, the Jags are going to take the next step. And then they didn't. And now we're still waiting for the Jags to come back. The Texans, remember last year, everyone was like, oh, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Texans going to the Super Bowl. And now it's just like they don't still look that great.
No, you're sitting at 2-4. You got a fairly tough schedule coming up for the rest of the season, even, a couple easy games, but for the most part, all of them are losable games for you. So this does become a big game for Texas. This could be the end of Texans season right here if they lose this game. Oh, what do you got, Wes?
Mm. I got to go with the 49ers too. It's you know the Texans. It just is a weird team. Um, they're terrible on third down. Like they don't move the change on third down. They're a lot better on fourth down. They're
Just go
63%
for it.
on fourth down, and they're 30% on third down. It's like, okay, I see what you're doing here, and they've been kicking a lot of field goals, and so that means they're just not making the plays to get the ball in the end zone. So I think McCaffrey looks good. He looks healthier. I think that the Niners get it done with a field goal win by 3.
Yeah, this is a one of those games with the Niners. If they can squeak by with these games and keep getting healthier and healthier, get more confidence going, this is a big game for them. Although, Texas defense can play well at times and they're not horrible. So they do have to Niners have to move the ball. We all three got the Niners there. All right, Derek, Tampa at New Orleans.
I mean, you got to take Tampa here. Can't trust New Orleans at all. So the Bucks, even though they're not, but they're starting. I mean, Evans, that hurts big time. But I still think Godwin might be back. Akuba is back. So they're still not without Irving, but they have White. So I'm taking the Bucks.
I mean, yeah, the Tampa's down Evans and a few players. Um, the Saints are just down almost every player. I mean, they're inept doing anything. Um, so I have to take the Bucks.
Yeah, I don't see how you can pick a one win team here when your only wins against the Giants. Even though you're at home, you're an underdog. So Tampa's 4.5. I definitely think they cover that. New Orleans that hasn't looked like they've been playing all season. So they have flashes, but that's not going to win you a lot of games.
And I don't know, the field goal kicker, geez, like they're kind of in games, but I mean, he's 14 for 20 in this day and age. That's not good. Think about it, the way people are kicking the ball. Their opponents are 13 and 14.
Yeah, you
So you
you
can't
need to be replacing your kicker at this point.
you need all the points you can give from and you need them from your kicker when you have a team like this.
Yeah, they've looked better over the last few weeks, but I think Tampa is just overall a better team. All right, well, Dallas at Denver. This was became a little tougher pick here for me. What do you got here, Derek?
I'm taking Dallas here. I just think they've been playing a lot better lately. The Broncos won last week, but it was like the Giants just kind of fell apart. I still don't trust Bo Nix, even though he did have a great fourth quarter. So I know it's weird to say, but I'm taking the Cowboys.
Jeez, he's taking the
Woo!
Cowboys.
What are we doing? Am I in the Is this like a multiverse here? Like what are we doing here? Are we both gonna pick the Cowboys here? Like, oh my God. But it's the Broncos. Boo. I gotta go with the Cowboys, I guess. You know, what I'd like to see, God, Javante Williams is like kind of like I got him on my fantasy team. I'm like, what am I doing with this guy? He's got almost 600 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah,
And I like that Jaden Blue. I think they're going to start getting him the ball a little bit more. He kind of has a change of pace running back. I mean, if they can run the ball, their offense is actually scary.
well, yeah.
Like Pickens. I
CeeDee
mean,
Lamb's back too, so
he
you know.
lands back, and it's just the Broncos got lucky last week. I mean, it's just the collapse of the Giants. I got to take the Cowboys too.
Well, I'll be different because I think Denver going back home here, the defense will play a little better. Dallas, for me, it's just not sustainable. Like you don't know, but they're put up so many points. You also have to defend too, so they got to play better defense. You look at their last three, the Jets, the Panthers, and the Commanders, and Denver's a little tougher than that. So Denver struggled last week, so that makes me nervous, but I'm gonna still take Denver at home. So give me a chance to swing a game there on you guys. All right, Tennessee at Indianapolis. 14 and a half point favorite. Biggest spread of the week.
Yo, why? You know why? Because the Colts are averaging 33 points a game, and the Titans are averaging 13. They're
Just,
averaging 20 more points a game. So, yeah, I'm picking the Colts here by almost as much.
they might cover it. I think they might, to be honest. That's a lot, but
I'm going to think about it in one of my parlays.
I mean, I'm definitely taking Indy to win as well. That's a tough cover. If it was 13 and a half,
Yeah,
I would take it in a
that's
heartbeat,
a
but
money line lock.
right, they always do that with the 14 and a half. You give me 13 and a half and I'm good. But I mean, I think they may cover that because you're right. Tennessee can't score much, and Indy's been scoring a lot. So I'm going with Indy as well.
There's a reason why the Titans had the number one pick, right? So yeah, I'm taking the Colts. Yeah, the Titans couldn't even score on the Raiders.
That's bad.
Yeah.
No, the Ravens look like the 85 Bears defense
They're
against the
just killing
Titans.
them.
Dude, they're just destroyed. I can't believe Cam didn't get hurt.
It's tough going for Tennessee this year. So you got to just go with the team that's riding high right now. And I hate to say it, but I thought the Colts would have a good season, and here they go.
Makes up for the Browns last year.
Was that 2 years ago now?
Was it 2 years?
It's been
I
a
thought it was.
while. Let's see. Green Bay at Pittsburgh. So here's the Sunday night game. Everybody, they're already hyping up Aaron Rodgers against his old team. Green Bay going into Pittsburgh, 2.5 point favorite on the road. Pittsburgh just didn't look very good to me last week in a shootout with Cincinnati. Green Bay also though didn't look great against Arizona. So this, I still think that Josh Jacobs will control the game. He's going to have a big game running the ball. So I'm going to take Green Bay at only 2.5. The two at least win by 3.
Yeah, the Packers are fool's gold this year because everyone's like, oh, they got Micah Parsons, they're going to be great. But they're not that great, and Jordan Love is Jordan Love. But man, the Steelers' defense has regressed a lot. So I got to take the Packers here.
I keep going back and forth on this back and forth. And I just, the way that some about Packers often, I just don't like the way they look. Their play calling just doesn't, they don't look like they're in rhythm or anything. And at the same point, Steelers defense is not the steel curtain, obviously. They're not good on the back end right now, but they have been getting to the, you know, getting better as far as getting the quarterback. I'm just gonna roll with the Steelers.
Nice. Little swing game there. I mean, this could go either way, right? 'Cause Steelers are at home, and Green Bay's they are 4-1-1, but have not looked particularly great. So it could go. It could go either way. But we got a swing game there. Monday night, finishing off with the Commanders at Kansas City. Derek, what do you got?
Boy, do the Chiefs luck into things, don't they? I mean, the Commanders looked horrible once Daniels stopped got hurt again. So I got the Chiefs here. It's not even worth watching.
Yeah, it took decent cover too. 11.5.
Yeah, I kind of said to myself after the Raider game, this is the last Chiefs game I'll watch for a bit. Um, I just find it annoying that the last 4 weeks they've been on prime time 3 times. It's like, really? Got to watch the Chiefs again on prime time? Of course, I'm taking the Chiefs. Their offense looks a lot better. Rice. If Rice is going to play like that, I hate to say it, but a deep run in the playoffs, disappointment, for all
It's
the.
kind of crazy. Like when you look at the Chiefs now, they win this game, they go back to 5-3. They got some big games coming up that they still have to win, but I mean, they're right back in the hunt again. And you're right. I mean, I don't see how the Commanders can go in there into Kansas City and win this game. Kansas City made an effort last week to get Rasheen Rice involved, which that's what you need to do when a guy's coming back like that. And that gives him a lot of confidence, helps open up weapons, you know, like Hollywood Brown and other guys to be more open as people start to focus more on Rice. So Kansas City could cover this. It could be more than 11.5. I'm taking the Chiefs as well. Probably to cover. I don't know. It's a close one. But then they got the Chiefs right back in it. So those are week 8 picks. Not a lot of swing games. I think we had Baltimore, Chicago. We had West and Pittsburgh when we took Green Bay.
Cowboys, Broncos.
Cowboys,
Cowboys,
Broncos.
Broncos. But that's about it, right? So that's when I looked at this week, I kind of figured we'd be on most of the same games. That might mean it's an upside down week, though,
Yep.
given our luck. All right. Well, we'll wrap up week 8 NFL picks there. Come right back with our weekly move review.